Alright, welcome guys, welcome again to our today's session. So from our previous session, we were able to do an end-to-end exposure of the department controller endpoints. So we are going to run our application and confirm that everything is okay before we proceed working on the unit tests. So to get started, I'm just going to open my department controller. Let me close out the files that we had worked on. So on side here we have the department service application, and I'm going just to click the run item here, and then we'll be able to see all that's to do with the department. Alright, so as you can see, our application is up and running, and everything looks okay. No error in the console. So we are going to just start up the application by having this particular REST HTTP. Now my application is running on localhost 8080. Then I'm going to access the department service. Here I'm going to create the new department, which is going to be computer science. I'm going just to send the request, and remember, you require to have the payload. This is a post request, and you can see that I'm able to get a response for creating a department. The next thing that I'm going to do is create another department, which is going to be let's say engineering. Alright, so I'm going to create another department, which is going to be number 2. Whenever I click now list the department, you're going to invoke the same endpoint with the get API department. So you can see that I'm able to get my records. And then the other thing that you're going to proceed to do is get by ID. So I'm going to get the second one. So I'm going to supply number 2 here and send the request. You can see that now I'm able to get the department for engineering. Then the next thing that we are going to do is going to be update, and I'm going to show you where we missed the point. So for this, I'm going just to try and update the second department with ID 2 with the department name of information technology. So I'm going to send that. You can see I'm getting a JPA system exception, and this is ideally the return type of our query is not matching the selection. So we are going to adjust that one in a few. Let's confirm the last one. So we are going to delete the first department with ID 1, which is the department to do with computer science. So I'm going to send that, and so you can see that you're able to get a successful request. As you can see that you're able to delete from that particular department. Now let's quickly fix the update command by having a few adjustments on our service layer and also the repository layer. So what you're going to ideally do is that within the repository layer, instead of us converting the return type of this find by department name directly to Boolean, we are going to expect to have just one particular entity within the database, which is in this case because we specified the department name to be unique. Now what you're going to do is you're going to change, we expect to have one record, so you're going to have an optional value of the department. So you're going to have a department here. Alright, so that is the adjustment that we need to make, and this one we are going to say optional department find by department name. That will be able to try and give us one particular value. Now the next thing that we're going to do, once I save that, you'll be able to see that now our implementation will fail, and we need to make an adjustment. So the adjustment we are going to do is whenever we do find by department name, you're going to check, make use of the is present to ensure that you're able to get a Boolean out of that. So that will be able to, the new adjustment that we need to make here for us to be able to have our service working as expected. So that is the two changes that we need to make to have that particular query working. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is to try and update now after the server is up. So you can see everything is up, and then we can be able to update. So you can see now I'm able to update the engineering department to information technology. Let me again create the engineering department. department ID 3, and then I'm going to also create computer science. So I'm going to create those as the new department. So that's all that we need. So if I list once again, you'll be able to see now I have my listing of the various departments. So that is to do with CRUD application for the department service, and that marks the end of exposure and testing of our department service, that we confirm actually that everything is working okay. Now we want to ensure that our tests that we are doing here manually can be done within the application during the process of packaging the application. So that is the next session that we are going to hold. So remember to subscribe, like, and share the video for more guys to join and also be able to learn the same concept. Thank you. Till next time.